All right, let's talk about something that keeps pretty much every business owner up at night: cash flow. Today, we're going to break down how one single super powerful AI prompt can help you see into your financial future and, dodge all those nasty surprises. So let's just dive right in.
You know the feeling, right? If you run a business, you definitely know it. It's that low-level hum of anxiety that's just always there in the back of your mind. It's that constant question of whether the numbers are actually going to line up at the end of the month. It's a totally universal feeling of uncertainty.
I mean, come on, who hasn't been there? Lying awake at night, just running the numbers over and over in your head, wondering if there's going to be enough to cover payroll, pay the rent, and handle that big supplier invoice that's coming due. It is absolutely exhausting. And all that worry, it really stems from a very real danger: the financial blind spot. See, it's the gap between what you think you have in the bank and what's actually going to be there in 30, 60, or even 90 days. And trust me, operating with that blind spot is one of the biggest risks you can possibly take. Because here's the thing: a small, unexpected bill, or say a client paying a few weeks late, that isn't just some minor inconvenience. It can snowball, and fast. All of a sudden, you're dipping into your personal savings or you're putting off critical payments, and just like that, a little surprise has exploded into a full-blown crisis. So the key here, the really crucial part, is understanding your runway. This is such a great concept. Think of it like your business's fuel tank. It answers the single most important question: how much time do we have left before the money runs out? Knowing your runway is really knowing the true health of your business. Okay, but what if you could just eliminate that blind spot? What if you had your own personal financial analyst on call 24/7, ready to give you a crystal clear picture of what's coming? Well, that is exactly what we're talking about here. And you can get it using AI tools you probably already know, like ChatGPT or Gemini, with just one simple, powerful sentence. And here it is. This is the sentence that can literally change everything. You just tell the AI, here's my business financial data: your monthly revenue, your expenses, your upcoming payments. Create a 3-month cash flow forecast. Identify potential shortfalls, suggest cost-cutting opportunities, and recommend timing for major purchases. Notice the 3 incredibly powerful things you're asking for. You're telling it to forecast the future, to identify problems before they even happen, and third, to recommend real strategic solutions. This is a complete game changer. And this is what it's all about. This is the transformation. You go from this reactive state of just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best to a proactive state of actual strategic planning. You're not guessing anymore. You're using your own data to make smart, decisive moves. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, for starters, you spot a potential cash crunch in, say, month 3, which means you can do something about it now to stop it from happening. You can finally see that dip coming in your slow season and actually budget for it ahead of time. You'll know exactly when it's safe to buy that new piece of equipment you've been needing instead of just hoping it's the right time. And maybe the best part of all, you seriously reduce that constant financial stress. I mean, this slide just spells it out perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the before state: anxious, always putting out fires, totally unsure about when to invest in growth. And then you look at the right, the after: confidence in your numbers, proactive planning, and making smart, informed decisions with your money. It's the difference between flying blind and being in control of the cockpit. And really, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's about empowerment. By just taking a few minutes to run this prompt, you are taking active, direct control of your business's financial future. You're not just leaving it up to chance anymore. I just love this. It's so simple, but so powerful. Run the numbers so you know your runway. And the result? You can finally get a good night's sleep because you know exactly where your business stands. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Seriously, if you had that clarity, if you had a 3-month forecast sitting in front of you right now, what's the one big move you'd make? Would you finally hire that person you need? Would you buy that new equipment? Launch a new marketing campaign? The power is in the knowing.